May 18, 2024. John F. Kennedy International Airport, New York. Terminal 4. International arrivals. 2:30 p.m. A young man in a hoodie and jeans sits in the terminal, scrolling through his phone. He's just posted his final tweet, an analysis of cryptocurrency traffic flows between dark web markets and exchanges, complete with graphs and data visualizations. Lin Rui-Siang, 23, a blockchain engineer and Monero enthusiast from Taiwan. To anyone looking at his social media, he's just another crypto researcher interested in dark web economics. His GitHub profile describes him as a back-end and blockchain engineer with repositories for anti-DDoS tools, anonymous chat applications, and Monero merchant systems. What casual observers don't realize is that this unassuming developer is Pharaoh, the administrator of Incognito Market, one of the largest drug marketplaces in dark web history. Since October 2020, his platform has facilitated over $100 million in illegal drug sales. But that's not why the dark web community wants him caught. Just 2 months ago, Pharaoh executed one of the most audacious exit scams in dark web history, stealing millions in user funds, then attempting to extort his own customers by threatening to release their personal information to authorities. On Dread, the dark web's Reddit equivalent, users swore revenge. If dark web hitman services were real, dozens of contracts would have been placed on his head. The entire community turned against him with unprecedented fury. At 2:47 p.m., FBI agents close in. Lin has no idea that his own customers may have helped law enforcement find him. He has no idea that every Google search he made while logged into his Gmail account was documented. He has no idea that his brilliant attempts to hide in plain sight on GitHub and Twitter were actually a trail of self-incriminating evidence. Lin Rui-Siang, known to thousands as Pharaoh, is arrested without incident. He's facing charges that carry a potential life sentence in federal prison. This is the story of how a brilliant blockchain engineer built a sophisticated drug empire using cutting-edge technology, betrayed 30,000 users in a spectacularly greedy exit scam, and was ultimately brought down by a series of operational security failures so catastrophic they rival the mistakes that destroyed the Silk Road's Ross Ulbricht. Before he was Pharaoh, Lin Rui-Siang was exactly what his online presence suggested: a talented blockchain engineer with a passion for privacy technology and cryptocurrency. His GitHub profile tells the story: proof-of-work shield, an anti-DDoS protection system, Monero merchant, tools for accepting the privacy-focused cryptocurrency, ChatNT, an anonymous peer-to-peer chat application. In 2021, he even did a public interview describing proof-of-work shield as a tool to protect websites from distributed denial-of-service attacks. It was sophisticated, open source, and completely legal. What he didn't mention was that he was using this exact technology to protect Incognito Market's edge servers from law enforcement DDoS attacks. October 2020. While maintaining his public persona as a legitimate developer, Lin launches Incognito Market on the dark web. Unlike crude early dark web markets, Incognito looked like Amazon. Clean interface, user-friendly design, vendor ratings and reviews, professional customer service, and a sophisticated escrow system protecting both buyers and sellers. The business model was elegantly simple. Vendors paid 5% commission on every sale. With millions of dollars flowing through the marketplace monthly, those commission fees made Lin extremely wealthy. But Lin's most brilliant innovation was proof-of-work vendor registration, a system designed specifically to block mass law enforcement infiltration. To register as a vendor on Incognito Market, you couldn't just pay a registration fee and create an account. Your computer first had to solve a complex cryptographic puzzle that took 6 to 12 hours of continuous computing to complete. This made it computationally expensive for law enforcement to create fake vendor accounts. Creating 50 accounts would require 300 hours of computing time. On Dread, the dark web community praised the innovation as the most sophisticated anti-surveillance measure any marketplace had ever implemented. Lin also deployed his proof-of-work shield on Incognito's edge servers, protecting the marketplace from both DDD attacks and rival marketplaces. The system automatically adjusted difficulty based on incoming traffic, technology he had openly discussed in his 2021 interview, now weaponized for a criminal empire. Between October 2020 and March 2024, Incognito Market became one of the largest hidden marketplaces on the dark web. Total sales exceeded $100 million. Vendor commissions brought Lin more than $5 million in profits. Over 1,000 vendors and 30,000 users were active. Behind those numbers were hundreds of kilograms of cocaine, methamphetamine, heroin, fentanyl, and counterfeit pharmaceuticals. But even as his marketplace thrived, Lin was making catastrophic mistakes. He purchased a premium domain, rs.me, for $20,000 through Namecheap, using Bitcoin traced directly to Incognito Market. The Wichwise database publicly listed Lin Rui-Siang as the owner, creating a direct link between his real identity and his criminal operation. The domain purchase was nothing compared to his most unforgivable mistake. Lin used his personal Gmail account to make Google searches directly related to Incognito Market features. Yes, the administrator of a $100 million drug marketplace was logged into his real name Gmail account while researching how to run his illegal site. May 7, 2021. Lin's Gmail searches include 1-pixel attacks for fooling deep neural networks. Days later, Incognito updates its DDS protection. He searches how to build a casino and provably fair gambling. Weeks later, Incognito launches its own gambling feature. He searches three-way chat feature, and soon after, adds a buyer-seller admin dispute system. He searches CryptoPunk generator JavaScript, then adds CryptoPunk-style avatars to the site. Every search was logged by Google. Every feature was implemented on Incognito. Investigators connected them perfectly. July 19, 2022. The FBI executes a search warrant on one of Incognito's servers. At 11:30 p.m. UTC, the marketplace crashes. 12 minutes later, Lin's Gmail account makes frantic searches. Server crashed, won't restart. Linux server unexpected shutdown. Restore server from crash. While he's desperately trying to fix his server, FBI agents are literally imaging that same server as evidence. His midnight searches became proof that he was Pharaoh. March 2024. Incognito Market holds millions in escrow. Users begin noticing issues, withdrawals delayed, Pharaoh less active. Then, the betrayal begins. Instead of closing the site, Lin prevents withdrawals but allows deposits to continue. For 1 to 2 weeks, users keep sending funds they'll never see again. He posts messages claiming technical problems, urging patience while stealing everything. Then he posts an extortion message. Your information has been compromised. Pay $100 in Bitcoin, or your details will be given to law enforcement. The community explodes in panic and rage. Users swear revenge. Doxing begins. Anonymous tips start flowing. 2 months later, Lin is arrested. Lin's mistakes mirror Ross Ulbricht's, the founder of Silk Road. Both use their real name Gmail accounts to manage criminal projects. Investigators compared Lin's GitHub code with Incognito's server code. Identical architecture, identical logic, identical style. His GitHub profile literally described him as a back-end engineer, blockchain specialist, Monero enthusiast, creator of anti-DDoS tools, and anonymous chat systems. It read like a dark web admin resume. May 18, 2024, JFK Airport. Lin Rui-Siang is arrested without incident. He doesn't resist. Perhaps he knew it was inevitable. The charges: continuing criminal enterprise, narcotics conspiracy, money laundering, wire fraud, and computer fraud, each carrying decades or even life in prison. The evidence: Bitcoin domain purchase, Google searches, GitHub code, cryptocurrency transactions, and his midnight server troubleshooting. He looks nothing like a traditional drug lord. Thin, quiet, barely 90 pounds, but facilitated over $100 million in drug sales and possibly dozens of overdose deaths. When news of his arrest hit Dread, the community celebrated. Usually, administrators are respected even in capture. Not this time. Finally, justice for the exit scam, one user wrote. Pharaoh's arrest should be a holiday on the dark web. Soon, a new phrase spread. Don't get pharaohed. It became slang for don't get exit scammed. Why do smart criminals make dumb mistakes? Because maintaining a double life requires perfect separation. Lin wanted to be respected as a developer while running a criminal empire. Over time, pride and carelessness blurred the line. His case also proves that cryptocurrency isn't truly anonymous. Bitcoin's blockchain is public and traceable. Forensic tools like Chainalysis can follow the money through mixing services and identify wallet owners. Lin learned that the hard way. Even after Pharaoh's fall, the dark web adapts. New markets rise, law enforcement evolves. It's an endless cat-and-mouse game. But beyond the technology are the real victims. Families shattered by addiction, lives lost to fentanyl sold through Incognito Market. As of now, Lin Rui-Siang awaits trial in federal custody. If convicted on all charges, he could spend life in prison. At just 23, his story is over before it began. The same proof-of-work system that once protected his market couldn't protect him from himself. The blockchain technology he mastered became the trail of evidence that destroyed him. What can we learn from Lin's rise and fall? That technical genius means nothing without discipline. That hiding in plain sight only works if you're truly hidden. That betrayal, even among criminals, brings swift retribution. And above all, don't get pharaohed. If you found this story compelling, subscribe for more deep dives into cybercrime, technology, and digital justice. The blockchain never forgets, neither does the dark web.